Expecting to fill out as he gets older. You look at that waist, a very thin heavyweight fighter.
We're in Chicago, but Brooklyn is in the house. Let's learn more about Solomon and his pro debut.
I've been around the New York kid for as far as I can really remember, you know. Growing up there, I wasn't like the toughest kid. I always say I couldn't fight that well back then, you know, so I was just trying to find my way, hold myself down, but at the same time, not trying to be like, become what I was seeing. I'm trying to perfect the craft that I've chosen for my life, and each and every day I'm just trying to learn and become better. I'm a kid from a low-income community, going on to like something that could change or better his life and possibly better the community's life. I love to fight. I got that passion for it. First time I ever met my coach, Nsoki, he told me something like, what defines a fighter is how hard you train when nobody else is looking. So when you're not here, are you going to be out there running? It's that type of motivation and that type of encouragement around you that makes great fighters. He says it all the time, the Atlas Copter kids, we create champions, as long as they're willing to work. The style I try to go into the ring with is an educated style of boxing. You learn as much as you can so you're able to adapt and capable of adjusting in the fight. Work in that gym so when you get on the big stage, you're doing your thing. Because as far as I know from boxing, you're only as good as your last fight. So heavyweight division, a man is coming in there, he's brave enough to step in this ring and think he can beat me. His will motivates him to train. My will is motivating me to train hard and smarter and better than he is. Nobody, and I mean nobody in this world can stop me from anything. That's the goal here, man, is put a man on the canvas as quick, as hard, and as fast as I can. Man has to go down in that ring. Going to proceed to continue his legacy.
Nsoki, motivated as ever, but with heavyweights, the sky is the limit. What's a fair expectation from him tonight?
Look, for most fighters in their pro debut, you expect a walkover, but I'm talking to some of the people at Matchroom, they're a little nervous about this fight. Matt Camron, nowhere near the prospect that Solomon is, but he is somebody that was surly at the weigh-in, got in Solomon's face. He's coming to fight. All it takes is one punch to change a fight like this.
It's going to all get started moments from now. Let's see that ringside.
Thank you, Kay and Chris. Todd Grisham alongside Sergio Mora. We are set here in the Windy City to make the boxing debut at the Wintrust Arena here on the campus of DePaul University. And we start with heavyweights, Sergio, and everybody likes heavyweights. And making the walk to the ring, the hometown fighter who will be in the away corner. It is Matt Camron, 34 years old, fighting out of Niles, Illinois. 4 professional fights.
1.
Weighs 221 pounds. There's his name in lights. His first 3 fights were cruiserweight, and now he's at heavyweight. Kind of bulked up, but couldn't let this opportunity pass him by, and what an upset it would be if he could stop Nsoki Solomon.
Yeah, it would. Every time you get these guys with a long amateur pedigree, they're exciting about fighting on this big stage for once. The lights are brighter, the punches are harder. It's a great moment for a pro debut.
He's got a little rage against the machine as his walk outside. No shirt needed. This guy's ready to fight. 23 years old, making his debut out of Brooklyn, New York. What do you expect from the man nicknamed King Nsoki?
Well, I expect him to come out with a splash. I mean, he's coming out with no shirt, looking out comfortable and the swag going. I mean, it's an exciting time for a guy like Solomon on a pro debut, especially on the big stage.
He said he won't be happy tonight unless his opponent is laying flat on his back on the canvas. Let's see if he can do it. Only 4 rounds to make his prediction come true. Here's the tail of the tape for our opener. Solomon, 23 years old, 6'4", 217 and a half. Camron, 6'2", 221. He'll have a 3-inch reach disadvantage. Let's go into David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Wintrust Arena here in Chicago, Illinois, USA. The Worlds Collide. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing USA. Streaming live exclusively here in the United States on DAZN. Sponsored by Coors Light and JD Sports. All of tonight's bouts are sanctioned under the auspices of the Illinois State Athletic Commission. The acting director is Nancy Ilg. The executive manager is Joel Campuzano. Introducing your 3 judges scoring our first contest from ringside: Pat Morley, Alan Rosen, and Mike Wacht. At the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring, referee Tommy Gonzalez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds of boxing scheduled in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears black and red. He weighed in at 221 pounds. This Iraqi war veteran has a professional record of 2 victories against 1 defeat. He has 1 draw and 1 win coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, introducing Matt Big Cam Camron. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears solid black trunks. He's scaled at a ready 217 1/2 pounds. Tonight, he makes his much anticipated professional debut representing New York City Cops and Kids Boxing. He is the 3-time New York Golden Glove champion, the 2016 USA Boxing Elite National Champion, and the 2017 Continental Champions Bronze Medalist, ranked number 1 in the USA, fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, introducing King Nsoki Solomon.
Matt Camron served in the Iraq War in 2002-2003 as a machine gunner. He's a full-time fighter now, Sergio, and vows to bring Nsoki Solomon into the boxing world on a very sour note. Let's see if he can pull it off.
Easier said than done in boxing.
Well, I tell you what, Nsoki Solomon, no frills. Look at it.
Foot up on the rope, just relaxing him. I can't wait for the bell to ring.
But is he too relaxed? Here we go, scheduled for 4 in the heavyweight division. Nsoki Solomon wearing the black trunks, black gloves. Matt Camron in the red and black trunks.
Camron is looking to make this a tough fight. I already see something really good on Cameron's part. He's countering in between Solomon's punches. That's a good thing whenever you're outside the man.
Matt Camron didn't start boxing until the age of 24. That's a year older than Nsoki Solomon is right now. And you heard our ring announcer David Diamante telling you all about the success he's had as an amateur.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, it's a big transition going from pros from the amateur to the pros, because the lights are brighter and the punches are harder. You know, you get in there, it really is a rude awakening. You start feeling the wind behind your ears because you're so used to wearing headgears, and the punches are a lot harder. Even the punches that you get on your chest, your shoulder, it's just a different game. It's a different animal.
Left hook there landing for Camron. He's going to try and make this ugly. Don't want to get into a points contest with Nsoki Solomon and pick you apart.
Especially in a 4-round fight.
Camron already breathing pretty heavy. Those body shots aren't going to help him either.
Great body shots there by Solomon.
Good uppercut there by Solomon as well. Right on the belt line. And referee warning Solomon to keep those punches up.
Yeah, Matt Camron with 2-1-1 as a record. He wants to punch in between shots. Solomon's making his pro debut, so it's smart for a guy like Camron. Has a couple more fights in him, but to fight in spurts, fight in between, throw punches in between the long shots of Solomon.
Solomon looks like he could put on a lot more weight as he gets a little older. Looks pretty skinny right now for a heavyweight, in fact.
Good shot there by Camron. Body shot. I would like to see Solomon, who's a taller fighter, fight behind the jab, but like I said, when you're making your pro debut, you're excited about, trying to get the knockout. You look impressive in front of the crowd. Sometimes it could turn against you, but right now it's looking good for Solomon.
Solomon with the first of 3 fighters out of Brooklyn on tonight's prelims. Coming up next, Nikita Ababi, and then Rishat Moti, back to back to back.
Brooklyn in the house.
I assume that was a 30-second whistle. You don't hear that too often. And like you said, you'd think Solomon would stay a little further on the outside and just pick this guy apart. Instead, he's kind of getting on the inside and slugging it out.
He's going to learn real quick that's not the way to go when you're a professional, because the cuts can happen really easily with a clash of heads.
You want to stretch those arms out.
Good shot there by Camron there, left hook.
Oh, that left hook kind of buckled Solomon a little bit at the bell. Wait a minute now. Pump your brakes on Nsoki Solomon.
Sit down, calm down. Sit down.
Make this fight a little harder than what it's supposed to be. Once you do his shit, first and
See, I liked what Solomon did right there. He played the matador against the aggressive bull, got out of the corner, but he got a little bit too reckless for my liking. I mean, he's a tall guy at 6'4". You want to jab. That was a good jab to the chest, but you want to throw more jabs. He stayed inside a little bit too long. Camron was able to catch him with a left hook, rocked him. That's the thing about turning pro, man. I'm telling you, it's a big transition from the amateurs to the professionals.
And here's that left hook right towards the end of the bell. There it was. Look at the eyes. That was a clean, hard punch landed for Camron.
And that's the rude awakening I was talking about earlier. It just takes one punch, especially in the heavyweight division.
So round 2 for 4. Did Camron sneak that round there at the end for you, sir?
No, I still give it a Solomon, but you know what? It's about effective punching, so who knows what the judges are scoring here, but I gave it to Solomon.
And who knows if that punch had landed in the middle of the ring instead of there in the corner.
Or if Camron had more time.
Yeah.
More time. We all want more time.
Well, there's not a lot. 4 3-minute rounds here in our opener. But this is the kind of test that you want your guy to have, right? Solomon right out of the gate?
Well, as your pro debut, you want to be careful, really. But yeah, I mean, if you look at Cameron's record, 2-1-1, 1 knockout, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what you want your
But
fighter.
I'm talking about as far as this fight itself, the way it's shaping up. I mean, this is a test now for Solomon. He's in a fight.
And that's what I mean. No matter how good you were as an amateur, the professional game is a different animal. So right now, if I were Solomon, I would just go behind the jab. He already had a little bit of a scare with that left hook. Maybe got a little bit of shook. He doesn't want to get shook again. Just get out of this 4-round fight behind the jab.
Look how he lunges in. Really doesn't seem like smart strategy for the taller, longer Nsoki Solomon.
Good uppercut by Solomon. I like to see tall fighters throw uppercuts like that. It's dangerous, but when it lands, it's sneaky for them.
got it? Next one, got it? Look, box.
Solomon is getting hit way too much for my liking, especially in a pro debut. That's 3 left hooks in a row. You are not supposed to be getting hit like that if you're a prospect.
And again, Solomon closes the distance. Just what you think he wouldn't want to do, eats another left hook.
He's fighting the wrong fight, Solomon, so far, but this is a learning experience, of course. Like I said earlier, it's a transition. This is going to be a learning experience. Too bad it's becoming a painful learning experience. He wants to get out of this fight, and he should do it behind the jab.
There you go. Stick and move, Solomon. And a jab there for Camron. Camron's winning this round, looks like, Sergio.
I believe so, and I don't like the body language that Nsoki is giving me. His legs kind of shivered a little bit there. Heavyweights hate to move. When they don't want to move, they're being forced to move. And right now, he's moving them back and landing those left hooks.
Keep in mind, Solomon has 75 amateur fights, won New York Golden Glove titles in 2013, 2015, 2018, and was the #1 ranked super heavyweight in the U.S. And right now, the much less recognized Matt Camron is going toe-to-toe. So a good round 2 for the Illinois native. Let's listen into the corners, see if there's any panic right now for Solomon.
There should be.
That's 1-1. You gotta fucking stop playing fucking game. I told you, no fucking ropes, and you fucking doing what you like.
Well, F-bombs in the corner and bombs away inside the ring. Camron landed some good shots. I gave him that round. It's 1-1, like the trainer said.
You talked about what Solomon needs to do. What do you want to see from Camron now in the final 2 rounds?
Camron is doing exactly what he needs to do. He's a brawler. He looks like a brawler. He's fighting like one. He needs to just swing away. Right now, the body language of Solomon is not telling me anything positive. The corner is worried, so jump on that worriness. You want to make it a strong, hard fight. Make it an ugly fight if you have to. But 2 rounds to go, bombs away.
You know what I like from the corner? Not only are they an angry corner, they're an honest corner. They're telling them exactly what's going on. They're not sugarcoating.
Well, they have no choice. It's 4 rounds.
Right. Halfway home right now, and according to Solomon's own corner, it's 1-1. And again, Solomon right back to the inside.
That's the biggest mistake he's made in these 2 rounds. In 6 minutes, he's done everything wrong for a 6'4" heavyweight with an 82-inch reach.
Okay. Next time, got it? Boxer.
Mouthpiece came out. Solomon warned about low blows.
Over there. Top hold. Got it? Time. Box.
The left hook landed as they exchange punches there on the inside again.
Dangerous punch for both of them. The first thing they do is throw simultaneous left hooks, and it's just a scary thing, but that's what happens when you don't have much experience.
Down goes Solomon! Was that a knockdown? It was! We could have a star here in Chicago!
I keep telling anyone that will listen, it's a big transition, amateur to pros. The punches are harder, the lights are brighter. Unbelievable.
We thought there might be a knockout in this fight, but we had no idea it could be Matt Camron getting it. What a nightmare for Solomon here. Matt Camron, his first 3 fights at cruiserweight, just put on extra pounds to fight this fight. A dream come true. 34 years old to fight the #1 ranked amateur super heavyweight in the country.
This is amazing to say, but it's 3 rounds in, and Solomon is going to be the needed knockout to win.
Right hand lands for Camron.
Let him go.
Describes his style as Rocky Balboa, and that's what we're seeing right now for Camron.
This is the thing about these 4-round fights. They're just so dangerous. One knockdown and you're behind half the fight already. It's just a scary thing for a prospect.
Again, Solomon warned, and a point being deducted at some point in this would certainly be a huge impact. It's only 4 rounds.
There'll be a nail in the coffin for Solomon there.
And Solomon running away right now instead of coming forward.
And I'll be honest with you, if I was Camron, I would just move away. Just win the fight, get the upset.
Let him go.
I don't think he knows how to move away.
Hold on.
Camron has this fight in the bag as far as points go. The knockdown is crucial in a 4-round fight. If he were just to move around for the next 3 minutes and 30 seconds, he would win this fight, Camron would.
Who knows what the judges indeed gave that second round to Camron. I'm sure there are people that look at Matt Camron. Oh, he's taking a deep breath. Got to be careful. 15 seconds to go. Matt Camron quit his job. He became a full-time fighter at the age of 34. And look what he's doing here. Right hand on the temple.
Good shot there by Solomon. When you're tired, you just want to go downstairs. Just touch him in the body.
3 minutes to go. And right now, it is all hands on deck. Panic time for Nsoki Solomon.
If Camron won that second round, then he's up 29-27 going into this 4th round. That knockdown was crucial in this 4-round fight. See, that's what I want to see from Camron right there. I want to see more body shots. Even though it's a 4-round fight, that's what's going to set up the big shots. It's touching them to the body, especially when you're fighting a tall fighter like Solomon.
And it's been the left hook that's been scoring for Camron, but the right hand right there put Nsoki Solomon down for the first time as a pro.
Because Solomon was fighting inside, and he threw that right hand, and he set it up behind the jab. At distance, it wouldn't have landed, but he gave Camron an opportunity to land that right hand being so close.
Touch him up, Joe. Touch him up. Head up.
Up. 3 minutes for Solomon to turn things around, and he immediately eats a left hook and a second one.
Just a wrong game plan for Solomon. Why isn't he using that reach advantage, that size advantage, that height advantage? Fight behind the jab.
And now we're about to see a point deducted.
Not doing it again, man. Hey,
another point for holding a knockdown. I thought I had a bad pro debut.
So it's code red that time now for Solomon. Is he down? That is a knockdown.
3, 4,
Cameron's done it again.
6, 7, 8. You want to continue? You want to continue?
Up. 2:30 now. Solomon surely needs a knockout. He promised us one. Time to deliver. Left hook for Camron. Cameron's done a knockout. He's got Solomon against the ropes again.
Incredible. Matt Camron might get this knockout against a prospect. And Nsoki Solomon, this would be a disaster for Solomon.
I say stop. Got it? Box.
Camron doing the smart thing by going down to the body.
2 minutes to go, and now if you're Matt Camron, you're thinking, hey, I've got this fight won. Just don't do anything stupid.
He's looking for the knockout. He doesn't want this decision. He's saying, I quit my job. I became a professional fighter. I'm getting the knockout over this Brooklyn boy.
90 seconds left. Solomon has the experience, even though this is his pro debut. He's got the amateur pedigree, the experience. He should know what to do here.
From the first round, he didn't do what he had to do, and that's fight behind the jab. He came out trying to knock out Camron. And like we said earlier, that's the worst thing to do as a professional fighter, is to look for the knockout, especially on the pro debut.
Let's see if Cameron's gassed, though. He has to hold up now. Final minute and change here from Chicago.
Hey, I said stop.
Solomon hasn't been focused this entire fight. They're holding on. He's looking around the crowd. It looks like he's looking for help. He's holding down for dear life when he should be punching, trying to get lightning in the bottle and knock out Camron. But he's not doing none of the above. It's just a disaster pro debut for Nsoki Solomon. There's another point.
Another point. At this juncture, it really doesn't matter. He needs a knockout. He's got the power. Meanwhile, it's Camron who lands another punch. He's got Warrior tattooed across his back, and that's what he looks like tonight.
Watch your head, Rick.
And here comes Camron. Or Solomon, excuse me.
Camron gonna hold on. He has 10 seconds, and he could be the winner of this fight.
Up on the bell, gentlemen. Let him go. Let him go.
And that will do it. Let's not focus on the negative of Solomon's debut. Let's focus on the positive. Matt Camron, 34 years old, basically came here as an opponent. Wasn't expected to last much. Wasn't expected to last long, much less win the fight, Sergio.
This is what happens when you transition from the amateur to the pros. It's a big difference. The gloves are smaller. The punches are harder. The punches that don't hurt you as an amateur will stun you as a professional. Matt Camron came to win. He came to bully this prospect.